Day 1 of surviving the apocalypse. The man woke up to his dog licking his face. He figured she needed to go out. He'd actually slept pretty well. He opened the window's sunshade. There was snow outside. After triple checking that the coast was clear, he opened the door and let Wally out to do her business. He climbed onto the roof to clear off the snow so the solar panels could work. Once that was done, he hopped back inside and used the microwave to heat up breakfast. Wally was having a blast in the snow, ignoring all calls to come back. Out here in the deep woods, the end of the world felt almost peaceful. He ate while booting up his computer to check for updates. The internet was still restricted. Suddenly, Wally started barking like crazy outside. He was on alert instantly. He got up and opened the sunshade to look. He couldn't see Wally. Something was wrong. He threw on his coat, grabbed the fire axe, and headed out. Still no Wally. Then, in the distance, he spotted her running toward him. She seemed to have found something. Soon after, a minibus came into view. Wally barked a warning. The man tightened his grip on the axe. The minibus stopped nearby. The door opened, and a middle-aged man stepped out. He looked to be in his 40s. He said he was just a traveler. His daughter was in the vehicle. The man was skeptical. There weren't any tourist spots around here. The man introduced himself as Steve, a med school professor. His daughter Lisa was a med student. He said they meant no harm. The man told him that if they really meant no harm, they'd best move on. Steve said he understood the concern, but they were exhausted, it was getting dark, and the internet was down. He claimed to have some intel about the disaster that he was willing to share. He just wanted permission to rest there for the night. If the man still said no, they'd leave immediately. The man wasn't about to let his guard down. Just as he was about to speak, Wally blew his cover. She was wagging her tail next to the girl. Wally could sense people's intentions, so the man agreed to let them stay. But where would they exchange information? It was freezing outside. He wasn't about to invite them into his rig, and he wasn't getting into theirs. The girl pulled a walkie-talkie from her pocket and handed it to him. They could each stay in their own vehicle. Steve shared what happened to him the day before. He was at the supermarket with his daughter. Rats were flooding the streets, biting people. But what they saw in the parking garage was even worse. In the chaos, Steve heard someone scream for help. His instincts kicked in, and he tried to treat the bitten. But he quickly noticed something was off about the victims. He was sure it was a new virus, spread through bites. That afternoon, Steve invited him to dinner. He agreed. Over dinner, he learned that Lisa's mother had passed away years ago, and Steve could really cook. Lisa piled his bowl high with food. They laughed and talked, forgetting the apocalypse for a while. Then a massive explosion rocked the distant city. He rushed to the roadside. Smoke was rising from the city. It was a sign that the urban systems had collapsed. Soon, people would be fleeing in their direction. Steve thought they should stay put. The man argued they needed to move somewhere less populated. After all, in the apocalypse, every stranger is a potential threat. Lisa backed the man's idea. He felt a connection with Steve and Lisa. He told them he was actually a truck driver who knew the roads like the back of his hand. If they trusted him, they should follow him. Steve said, without hesitation, that of course they trusted him. Lisa handed him a walkie-talkie and a charger. They packed up, got back in their vehicles, and kept moving toward the next stop.